Algebra 2 Final Review, Part 3, Question 2. We're solving the following quadratic, and we're expressing our answer in simplest a plus b I form, which means that your solutions are going to be complex solutions. First step is to identify a as the coefficient of x squared, so it's a 2, b is the coefficient of x to the first power term, which is a 5, c is the constant, which is 8. And we were able to do that right away since the equation was already set equal to 0. In the case that it wasn't equal to 0, we would have to move around terms. We're going to use the quadratic formula, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And we're going to substitute our a, b, and c values. Negative b is going to be a negative 5 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 5 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is 8, all divided by 2 times a, which was a 2. This means that x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 25, 5 squared. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 times positive 8 is negative 64. So under the square root we have 25 minus 64 all over 4. X is equal to negative 5 plus or minus the square root 25 minus 64. That's the discriminant, which is a negative 39 over 4. We don't want to leave a negative number under a square root, so what we do is we rewrite this as x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 39, but then you can't neglect the square root of negative 1, which is I. So we could rewrite this as the square root of 39 times the imaginary unit I over 4. And those are your two solutions, meaning that one solution is x is equal to negative 5 plus the square root of 39 times I over 4, or the other solution, which is x is equal to negative 5 minus the square root of 39 times the imaginary unit I all over 4. Those are your two complex solutions. And we could look at the graph by plugging it into y equals 2x squared plus 5x plus 8. When we graph this, you'll notice the parabola is above the x-axis and it doesn't intersect the x-axis, and that's because only real solutions will be x-intercepts or intersect the x-axis. Only real solutions intersect the x-axis. Therefore, these two solutions that are complex cannot be seen visually on a graph.